put up the graphic and then you just come put here down, right? Sam, what should I say? What happened? No, no. Thank you, everyone. Mr. Prime Minister, there was a brief break in the public power supply. Now we're back on and we can continue with our media briefing.
Making the point about essential services, and I believe this power cut made the point for me that there are just some services that you cannot shut down because the knock-on effect is incalculable, both to human life and treasure. So there will be some residual operations of BPOs, but for all intents and purposes, they will be closed for their regular operations. Already, they have moved 13,000 persons to the work from home modality. Now, the person who asked the question earlier said that the Minister of Health had said last week 10,000. Now, if you understand the nature of the business, for them to move at that speed, 3,000 in a week, which is a massive logistics operation, that they are actually making effort. And we expect that within this 14-week period, they will even do more numbers to work from home and to change modalities. And those change 14 days. Did I say months? 14 days. 14 days. But they will also seek to make changes in the structure of their workplace in terms of the arrangement and configuration of workstations and those things to ensure that the concentration is not there and to make provisions for how the workers will interface and interact within the space to ensure that there is no outbreak. During this period of time, the government will be reviewing all the operations, both the Ministry of Health and the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority, which have jurisdiction over some BPO operations. The other questions, I don't recall them. Well, we could continue. If I recall them, I'll answer them.
Yes, and I believe that our media partners are essentially off. There were two from social media that I wanted to bring to your attention as we close. Residents are asking, and there were several questions from the residents concerning utilities and the ability of government to intervene on their behalf concerning JPS bills or any other bill that they would, because of the restricted movement in St. Catherine, they would be impacted.
It's a difficult question to answer, Naomi. We have a deregulated sector, meaning that government does not directly intervene in these matters. There is an independent regulator in the OUR where there is a structure as to how bills are calculated. I would be very cautious in answering any question to give any suggestion that the government could intervene. You know, government always has a residual responsibility and ability, but that has to be exercised within the context of our laws and what our laws allow. So it is something that I will review. I've heard the complaints, people saying that especially in the last billing cycle, they have seen a spike in their bills. It's something that we will look at, but I could not at this platform make a promise or a commitment that is not informed by discussions with the regulator and the Attorney General as to what would be our powers.
Thank you, sir. It's 8:02, 58 minutes before the island-wide curfew. So if you would, you may make your final statements.
Well, just for clarity, there were some persons asking about the all-island curfew. The all-island curfew, which currently exists, which is the 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew, expires on April 22nd at 5 a.m. The new curfew, all-island daily curfew, because there are some persons who might interpret, you know, that it is 5 a.m. on day X to 9 p.m. on day Y. That's not the case. So we're having a new set of curfew rules, which will start on the 22nd of April, that's Wednesday, at 6 p.m. and end at 6 a.m. on Wednesday, May 6th, 2020. So everybody should be clear. The new curfew starts on Wednesday, the 22nd of April at 6 p.m. and it goes for 7 days, and then it ends on Wednesday, the 6th of May at 6 a.m. It is a daily curfew. So just to be clear, so if people still are not clear, so on Wednesday, the 22nd of April, curfew starts 6 p.m. and then it goes over into the Thursday at 6 a.m. and then you move about, and then it starts at 6 p.m. That means you should be at your home, right, on Thursday, and it goes over into Friday. So that is the new curfew. Gas stations within the Portmore area are open on the days of movement. That is the days that you're allowed to shop, your shopping days. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. And I do make my final appeal of this press conference to all Jamaicans that we have to act responsibly. There is no need whatsoever, and I repeat that, there is no need for panic. There is no need for panic buying. There is no need for bungling up at the food outlets. There is absolutely no need. The measures are designed to, yes, limit your movement, but also to give you enough time and consideration of your financial status to be able to stock and store or to buy and store. So there is no need whatsoever for panic.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prime Minister. That ends today's press briefing. We please ask you to stay home and stay safe.